May 27th, 5:26 in the morning, and I'm on my way to Michigan from my buddy's house. Drove up last night. I got skunked in Ohio, so I'm going up here to get skunked in Michigan. Got some locations scouted out on Onyx to hunt out, so I've never hunted them before, never hunted in Michigan before. We're going to give it a shot. I'm doing it solo today. My buddy's coming with me tomorrow, and I'm doing it solo Sunday, I believe, also. And I may do a morning hunt on Monday. Their season ends on the 31st, so I've got all weekend to hunt. We're going to get after them. I got a crow call. I got an owl call. I'm going to use a push-pull Yelp box. We're going to run and gun and see how it goes. Anything's possible, so I don't know. I already made a mistake this morning. My GPS wouldn't take coordinates, so I had to download Google. And when I did that, I didn't change the settings, so it took me onto a toll road, which isn't what I wanted to do, but it'll get me there a little faster. Every location's about an hour or so out from where my buddy lives, so I've got to get up early every morning to get out here. We're getting after them Michigan turkeys this weekend. So, got the Rambo bike out for its first trip into hunting use. Got 12 gauge ready to go. Should be a pretty good weekend. It rained last night, so they should be down this morning. Sun comes up in about a half hour. I'll be a little late for it, but not by a whole lot. Stay tuned. We're going to get after it. I'm back in here on this first spot of this private land in Michigan. It's private run. It's funded by the state. You buy a private tag and you can get access to these certain properties throughout the state. I've got 4 marked out for this weekend. I got here just about 20 minutes later than I probably should have been. I had some issues with the GPS this morning, as I said. I spooked some deer on the way in here, probably about 3 or 4 deer. I'm at the property line. That field is on someone else's property. I haven't heard nothing. I didn't see nothing but the deer. That thing too, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know if I'm using my hooter call very well or not. But that's my plan this weekend, is to hit that call, get a gobble, and get after them. So if I'm not hearing anything, then that leaves me at square one. But this would be a good setup right here for a deer stand back in here. I got the call. There's a deer right there. Guess when it gets closer here. So what's going on right now is I just got to this fourth location. Just walked out in the field as I was setting up my camera, grabbing hold of the gun and stuff. I heard a gobble. It's about 10 a.m. So I heard that gobble. I loaded my gun. I walked around the corner of those trees right there. Started walking. Seen a bunch of mallards take out. I was like, my better judgment's telling me to take my glasses out and look at the field edge. And way out where I'm looking, they're probably about 200-300 yards. I don't know what he's doing now, if he's coming this way or not, but there is a Jake or a Tom over there. I'm trying to easy yelp him while holding the hen just high enough over the grass so you can see her. I have no idea if it's working or not, but this is the closest I've come yet today. I've seen about 10, this will make 10 birds now today. And this is the first one on the property I'm allowed to hunt, so we'll see how this goes. He's moving, but I don't know which direction he's going. Yeah, when I found him in the glasses, he was straight up bottlenecked looking straight at me. So I slowly just crouched down. I don't know if that doesn't make a difference. Him playing it coming over here or not. He's definitely not sure. So what you've seen in the video, I believe I said that was location number 4. It turned out to be the best location of all 4 I went to. And so what happened in that specific video, it ended up being really long and I cut most of it out, was that I seen a turkey. I didn't pay attention to where I was walking. As soon as I walked on the property, cleared those trees by their barn, and heard a gobble immediately. So then I whipped out my binos, scanned the field, found him, and that grass and stuff was really, really tall at that point in time. So, I ducked down and I tried my best to get closer, and at some point I dropped the decoys, just went with my gun and the GoPro and the Yelp box, and I tried to get as close as I possibly could, and I ended up getting to the property line. That turkey had jumped the fence and was in the neighbor's property where I could not hunt at that point. So I worked the Yelp box a little bit, got a Tom within 30 yards, but he's still on that property. So I couldn't shoot him. But other than that, nothing really materialized out of that little clip. But it was a good learning lesson for me. It told me that there were birds in that area. And as you'll see here coming up, I returned to that spot and ended up working out pretty well for us. So, stay tuned.
It's
was pretty clear, obviously, from that last little clip. We got back here, me and my buddy. He came out with me the next day. He was filming for me all day. We tried a few different spots. This spot ended up having, I believe that was a hen already on it, multiple deer. And I think what we did that day was we went there, seen them. Turkey ended up leaving the field. The deer ended up leaving the field. So we worked our way down further into the property. Didn't see much. Walked around, scouted it out a little bit. We're talking this would be great for deer hunting. And we're on the way back out, and we encountered a couple toms in that field that we weren't allowed to hunt yet. So I started calling to them and this and that, and trying to get them to come to us, and it worked. I got one within 25 yards, I believe it was. I think it was 25 yards, give or take. But he just wouldn't commit. What I think happened was he couldn't see the hen that I was imitating, so he decided that he wasn't going to come across the field line. So like that, the reason he couldn't see it, I had a hen decoy. This property line is a thick tree line with some thorn and undergrowth right there in between them. It's not more than 5 to 7 yards thick at any point in that area where we were at, but it's just thick enough that you can't see a turkey yet. If you're a turkey, you can't see through there. So I think he got cold feet, didn't like that he couldn't see her, so he didn't commit to it. So
hopefully you can see that shit. Hey. What? Oh, you're filming. You got a booger.
So that Tom never did come in. He got close, but not close enough. So me and Lane decided, we were going to pack up. And like I said, we went and tried some other properties. All of which I had been on already the day before. And I had a general idea where I would want to sit on each of them. So we went to this one, and we snuck around the backside of where I scouted from afar on Onyx and looked at when I was on the other side of the property, but hadn't been there physically. So we get there, lo and behold, the grass is like almost to my belly button and my belt waistline. So it's pretty tall. It's really thick. So what we ended up doing was we kind of figured it was like that, but we weren't sure. So we had already been prepared for our decoys to stick up above the grass. We had taken some sticks and taped them together to hold the decoys up, and we sat on an uphill incline to try and see, and we still couldn't see anything. So then we just kind of screwed off and had a good time enjoying the day, and then we went back to that property we seen a bird at earlier, and then left for the night. like I said, me and my buddy Lane, we just screwed around, enjoyed the day. Didn't see anything at that spot. Backed out, went to the truck, had lunch, got some sweaty hunting clothes off because it was like 75, 80 degrees. And we went to the property where we'd seen the bird earlier that morning. And for some reason, I decided I got some courage or something. I stopped at the property owner and asked if I could hunt that field that was next to him where we keep seeing the birds. And they reluctantly gave us permission, they were kind of like, here, yeah, just go away, leave us alone, go hunt, but just leave us alone. So we went and hunted that evening, and we seen a bird come out real quick. It was evening, so we kind of seen her going to a roost, and then seen one. As we decided we were just going to back up out in there for the night. There was probably 2 hours left of daylight. We seen one see us and then take off from like 200 yards away. But we thought from watching that hen go the one direction she did, we were like, all right, we got a good idea where they're roosting. We'll back out. We'll come back the next morning and see if we can't secure the deal. So that's what we ended up doing. Only scared one bird in doing so, but it ended up working out pretty well.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yes. Fucking dude. Fuck yeah. 6 a.m., boy. Fuck yeah. First turkey. You guys don't even understand how much work he put into this. Time and money. Worked his dick off.
$5.29. So it's May 29th, the day before the last day of the season. We're up here in Hillsdale County in Michigan. We got it done today. Got my first turkey ever. It's a Jake. I'm happy as hell with him. I don't care his beard's this long. I don't care. I love it. I blew his face off completely. But so the last couple days, we've seen 20 birds. I have seen 20 birds in total in the last 3 days. First day I seen 12. Seen 7 birds in this field. And the next morning, me and my buddy come out here, and toms are lighting off everywhere. We see a good sized tom yesterday. Couldn't get any shots because he was in this field again. So that afternoon, we went and asked the property owner if we could hunt this corner, and they gave us permission. So we came back out that evening, sat in the corner. We didn't see much. A couple turkeys here and there. I think they were hens. And we backed out early. Decided to come back and start over this morning here. We game planned, set up like we've seen here. Sit back in, put the decoys right out here because there's trails coming out over here to the right. And we were pretty sure they were roosting in this little patch of woods right here. We were correct because 6 o'clock rolls around. Lane's on his phone, I'm on my phone, and I just hear something coming through the trees, and I knew it was a turkey. They were coming off the roost, so I shoved my phone in the pouch here. 2 hens came off the roost. They started working away for about 5 minutes or so. 4 jakes coming by, and the entire time there's like 4 toms working, like hammering the gobble all around this property here. It was just an awesome morning. These 4 jakes come out, and this guy just had an unlucky morning. He's mine now, so it's been an awesome hunt. Now we're gonna clean up, take him back, put him on a cooler, and drink some fucking beer.
Drink some fucking beer.
My God, I love it, man. I couldn't be tickled more.